So, I've recreated the Three Kingdoms in Total War Three Kingdoms, and yeah, this is basically it. So, hello, my name is Toxborg, and we are going to be playing as the Kingdom of Wu, ruled by Cao Pi, our faction leader. Basically, I made this campaign here by capturing the entire world. And then after that, I distributed every single region here that you can see out to different administrators. And I tried to make it kind of accurate and then kind of not, because I don't really know that much about how it actually was shaped, these three kingdoms here. But one thing I know is that the Kingdom of Wei was up in the north by Cao Cao, or Cao Pi in this case, because Cao Cao died a few turns back. I remember he died like 1 or 2 years ago here in my campaign, at least. Then we have the Duchy of Shu over here, ruled by Liu Bei over here. And then we have the Duchy of Danyang here by Shu-han. I don't know why it's called Danyang. It's probably because I put the capital in Yanyi. That was the only way to actually make his actual capital, the capital in the game. But in this case, it's no longer called the Duchy of Wu, or for the future Kingdom of Wu, which is quite sad. But basically what I've done here is I've distributed territory to both of all these three kingdoms here. And then I feel like when I tested it out, it wasn't really that fun only having those three kingdoms in this actual map here. So first of all, I decided to create the Jing province here. In this case, it is ruled by Liu Shang. I just took one of the characters I had in my court, and then I just gave him part of the Jing province and not all of it, because I wanted it to be so that the Duchy of Danyang, in this case, and Duchy of Wu, as well as us, we would all try to take the Jing province, because I know there was a lot of fighting for this province here. So that is why these guys are actually at war with everybody. As we can see down here, they are at war with a lot of people. I don't know why they are happy with everybody actually, but I think it will change soon. That's also why they have a -44 food. That's just so they actually don't have any actual way to become a power, so they'll just diminish into nothing. Then we also have Jinglun down here. He should be here instead of Shishin, or whatever he's called, down here in the south. I accidentally ended up killing him when I tried to conquer the world, so he is actually not able to be here. So just put him in instead, in Lun. And that's just it's just the Duchy of Danyang who's at war with Jingling, because that means he can try to go down here and take them out. They have the underdog trait as well, so it's quite good. It means that possibly the Duchy of Danyang will actually vassalize them, and thereby creating them or making them a part of their province. And the Duchy of Danyang is also a protective overlord, so that does make sense. He's also very protective, so we might not actually see him be that aggressive. And also Liu Shang, just to mention, he is defiant, so it's all good here. He will never actually be an underdog or join anybody. He'll always try to be independent and thereby possibly die quite soon. We also have Shin Tengan over here. She's also defiant, so she will also never be a subordinate. And this faction is basically to represent the Nanman. I accidentally also destroyed the last soldiers. I did actually capture Meng Ho, and I was able to employ him, but I feared that the game crashed by employing a Nanman general to a Han kingdom, so he died as well. So this is just to represent the Nanman. Then we have the Duchy of Shu over here. They have quite a lot of territory going down into Jing, basically, and also part of the Nanman territory. They have they're sharing a bit of territory. They're also at war with each other. And also they're going all the way up to Han Song over here and Voodoo. So they're gonna be really close to us. Then I also just put Gan Ning into the game here because I didn't want to actually own this island here, Jishou, but I couldn't give it over to Sun Quan, so I just made Gan Ning the ruler of this small island here because when I looked at the character, I saw that he was called something with a pirate or something. I know he served under Sun Quan for a long time, and therefore this is not actually accurate at all. But I think it would be fun to have like this outside source here, basically go in and try to raid different regions. I don't know how it will go, but he is opportunistic, so it will probably be good. And by opportunistic, it means that he is strategically brilliant, so he will try to move quickly and don't stop to consolidate. And he's also very cunning, which means he will probably show a lot of treachery and attack when his allies are weak towards him. Then now we go up to the Kingdom of Wei with us, and we currently have all the 3 actual kingdoms from which the game actually creates. It was here they spawned, so that's why we rule them. Our capital is in Luoyang, of course, a level 10 settlement. And we have 4 vassals. I would like to have made a 5th up here, but of course one of the kingdoms is up here, so we couldn't do that. We have Husong over here, who is an underdog. They're basically to serve in this region here. We have Lu Yu, who's trusting. We have Jijian Tiling, who's trusting as well. And then we have Ma Ti, who's also trusting. And he controls all of Liang and this region up here. And also a bit more up here as well. And all these regions here, they are basically in the game just to make sure that we are not too strong as well. Because when I first tested this, I had all of this up here and my income was far too great to what was needed. So we would basically just destroy these regions here without much trouble, so that wouldn't be fun. So I made a few vassals here and there, and hopefully we can just keep them away. Also, we start off here with -25 in food. This was not intentional though, but it will be a nice problem we'll have to sort out in the beginning of this campaign here, as well as deal with our court, because in our court we actually don't have any characters yet. We have all the characters out here. We have a few characters like Lu Bu and Li Ju who are not supposed to be here, as well as Wen Zhou, but they are one of the characters that actually survived this campaign here. So hopefully they're going to be very useful to us. We have 78 characters in our court. We have many unique characters such as Liu Yao and Wang Lang and Dian Wei and so on, all the way down to Sima Yi, all the way down the bottom somewhere. We also have Sun Ren. I mean, she is not really supposed to be in our faction, but she was married to Cao Pi during this campaign here before I actually intended to do this. And I don't have any other actual young unique characters that I wanted to make heir, so it became Sun Ren, and now she's just here. It's gonna be fine. But basically we'll have to deal with the court system first, and then we'll also have to deal with our food problems and armies, distribute them, because right now we don't have any armies on the battlefield, and we are at war with everyone to the south of us, so we have a lot of regions to actually defend. Furthermore, for enemy characters, we are not sure who they're gonna have actually in their court, because I can't actually decide who they're gonna get in their court. I did release a lot of characters. We can see some of them here in the character screen here. I did have like, where is he? I did have like Shang Fei as well as Guan Yu, but right now I don't know who they're gonna serve under. It does say he's under our banner here, but it's not true. I have banished him from our court, so he might return at some point, but for now, he's not here. Hopefully, I am hoping for them to go to the rightful kingdoms, just like Shangpu. I have also sent him away at some point. I don't know if we can see him in here. Shangpu, he's still alive, but I don't want to look for him right now. He's also under our banner for now, but he should be on his way to one of the other kingdoms. Hopefully the right one. I don't know how this is gonna go, but basically to make just to see who they actually get in their court, I've also dispatched 2 agents. We have Lady Mi sent over to Duchy of Shu, and hopefully she will be recruited so we can see their court actually. And we also have Da Xiao to the Duchy of Danyang, and hopefully we can see something over there in his court as well. I'm not really going to use that many spies because I'm not sure how it's going to work in this campaign, because while creating this it became quite laggy, and yeah, I don't really want it to crash, at least not that often. And also furthermore, I gave the Duchy of Shu and the Duchy of Danyang a lot of gold at the beginning of this game here, and it seems like Duchy of Danyang actually has spent quite a lot of it. I gave them 50,000 each, so it's good to see that they're already using it. They're probably building a few armies here and there. We'll of course have to counter them at some point. But with that said, let's get into this game and try to actually play it. Wait, also one more thing. Most regions have level 2 buildings apart from the actual cities, and trading ports as well as actual food buildings. They are also leveled up to their max potential as far as I could make them. And also many of these regions here I haven't actually tried to improve that much. They are just there. So we'll have to take a look at that as well at some point. But for now we need to figure out what to do with our court. And I actually have an idea on how I want to make this. So for the Imperial Chancellor, a very important position, we're of course gonna have no one other than Sima Yi. He's not that great actually in this position yet, but I think we can make him a much better character. He doesn't have any ancillaries or followers, so we can probably do something good with him. Let's put him in here, there we go. For the Grand Tutor, we are of course gonna have Shunyo. He is alright, he's gonna give us a lot of satisfaction, public order, as well as another trade agreement, which is not needed. But more military supplies in own territory. So that's gonna be good as well. He is quite old, but we're gonna use him for as long as we can. In the Grand Commandant, we do have Xiaohu Yuan to put in this position, but I don't think he is the Grand Commandant in this case here, because we do have Lu Bu, who is also very good. Minus 25% redeployment cost, plus 15 melee damage for all shock cavalry, plus 10% trade influence, plus 3 morale in enemy territory, and so on. He's gonna be great as the Grand Commandant. He is not friends with Sima Yi or Cao Pi, but it's gonna be alright. For Grand Excellency of Works, we're gonna have none other than Guo Jia. He is only 49 years old. He's gonna lower corruption, which is also gonna be a major problem. That's gonna be very good for us. And then for the Grand Excellency over the masses, our loving family member Cao Ren, who also lowers redeployment cost as well as give us public order and increases melee damage for all melee cavalry. Very nice. So this should be very good in the long term. Let's just see if we can do something about these ancillaries. So Sima Yi. Let's see, what can you get? We have undercover network cost, we have trade influence, we have public order, we have something our characters have, we have satisfaction. Cao Pi already have one of these. And Cyan has one as well. She's not actually being used, so let's take that off of her and put it on Sima Yi because it also gives him more cunning, so it's gonna be good for him. And then for an ancillary, we are gonna give him income from all sources, I think. There we go. That should be good. Now Sima Yi should be a very good character for us in the court. Lu Bu, I don't really want to do anything to him because he is gonna be a general, so he's just gonna be more military focused in his ancillaries, like capturing agents. I'm probably gonna change this, but I'm not sure yet. Gojia, you have a farm manager. We can change that. Let's see, we can probably find another ancillary down here. The philosopher also gives us public order. So I think we should probably take this one, and with this we will certainly not have any satisfaction problems. So what you need is the classic of filial piety, and I know I have it somewhere. I believe it's on a character down here. There it is. Let's take it off Shun Wei as well, and then put it on Gujia. There we go. And that should give us more public order as well as satisfaction for years to come now. Very good, very good. Shunyo, however you pronounce it, I'm gonna try to pronounce it right as much as I can. He's gonna get like trade influence. There we go. He's very good at cunning actually. Very high rating. And then he can keep the 6 secret teachings for that chance of ambushing. I'm gonna be fine with that. And then last but not least, Cao Rin. He can get like whatever we have left, like the spy master. I think that should be fine. Actually, let's give him the law enforcer because he is a commander, so giving him more authority is going to be good. And he has this one here as well that will give him more public order for administrative commanderies. But he's not going to be an administrator, so we can just keep the stone axe for now. For the remainder of the court here, we're gonna just give these titles away to the ones most able to do these. So let's do that. There we go. We have in the Minister of Herald position, we have Zhu Jin, Minister of Justice, Zhu Jin, and the Minister of Coachman, Zhang Liao, Chun Yu as Minister Steward, Jie Shu as Minister of Finance, Lady Bian as the Minister of the Imperial Clan, of course, our beloved mother. Minister of the Guard is going to be Xiaohu Yuan, because Xiaohu Dun died at some point trying to conquer the Nanman territory. I'm sorry, he got executed. We have Shu-han as the Minister of the Imperial Household. Hopefully he can do a good job there. And in the Minister of Ceremonies we have Wen Shou, because Pang De is also dead, or at least not in this faction here. So it's gonna be him. And it's all gonna be fine. And this should probably put our food into positive again. That's very good actually. I don't know how it changed, but I can't complain at least. But this is not gonna be enough. We need to put in administrators as well somewhere, so we need to figure that out. We have 10 available administrators, and there are 2 places I really want to put in administrators, so let's do that first. Luoyang is gonna be the first place, so let's go in and see what we can do here. We need someone who can give us a boost in commerce as well as industry and a bit of peasantry as well, but peasantry is not going to be that important. So what can we see here? Liu Min can give us a lower construction cost as well as increase in commerce and industry. Misu can give us more construction cost. He will increase mustering turns in this province here, in this commandery, but he will increase our income a lot. And I actually think Misu would be very capable in doing this here, because we are not gonna recruit armies in Luoyang. It's gonna be too centralized. We're gonna shoot the armies at the border, so let's put Misu here. And let's just make sure he has the right ancillaries. He has actually a Discourse of the Stars ancillary. Let's get rid of that. He does not need that. We can probably give that to one of our other characters at some point. For now, he needs like the 9 chapters of the mathematic art. Actually, let's focus on the followers first of all. Like the local administrator. It's gonna be very good here because it also gives us the bookkeeper. If we have the stone rat, and I can see we do not, but it doesn't matter, we can still give this to him. Unless there is an ancillary that increases commerce, which I'm not sure there is. Oh wait, there is. It's on Liu Yao, so let's remove that and give it to Misu. Like that. And if we also have rights of show, we could increase our public order as well, but we do not have it, so it's gonna be fine. Right now he's the general who pacifies the south, but I think we should probably change that to steward of the Shangle Palace, because it will increase our commerce. So we'll have to find Chunyo and remove him from this position, and instead give it to our new character. And we can't do that right now because we need to wait a turn. I probably thought about that. We're gonna have to do that at some point. For now, we'll have to remove everybody from their positions except for Lu Bu, who's gonna be the Blood Dragon. We're gonna give these titles out soon. But that was the first province. Now the other one is Jingshao, because it is our other most profitable region. It will give us a lot of commerce as well and industry, so we'll have to find someone capable of that. We have Gao Wu, but he has the +1 mustering turns here, which we do not want because this is very close to the border and we might actually need to recruit characters here. So we're gonna have to find someone else like Liu Yao. -45% construction cost, so that's gonna be very good. So Liu Yao can probably be an administrator here. Let's give him a different follower, like a public order bonus. It's gonna be fine here. And there we go. It increased our income here again, very good. Next up is Nanyang. It's our 3rd most profitable region, and it's also very close to the border, so we're gonna have someone good here. This one is mostly commerce, but also very much going to be an industry region. So we just have to upgrade these buildings here. But for now, we're gonna have to put in someone who can fight as well. Someone like Cebu maybe. It's gonna give us a bit more food, but increase our industry and low construction cost and give us a bit more public order. Are there anybody more capable than him? Probably Gong Shomi here. He's a normal character, not a non-unique character, so we're gonna probably put him in here because we're not gonna use him. There we go. Then next up we need to deal with our food problem, so let's go to Chen. I think that's the region that gives us the most food. Actually, never mind, it's Henei. So let's go up here and put in an administrator that increases our food production. We actually don't have anybody who changes the percentages, so you're probably gonna have to put in someone like Cebu here. It's probably gonna be fine. I believe he is quite old, but it's gonna be fine. The Forge Master here, income from industry, we're probably gonna have to remove that and give it to someone else at some point. For now, he can have something different, like public order growth. It's gonna be fine for him. And he can also get a wooden ox just to increase his resolve. For titles, let's see if there are any administration titles that's going to be useful for him. We have one for industry, so we're probably going to have to put that on the one we have in Nanyang. So let's give that away. There we go. Hopefully that will increase our income again. With that done, we probably need to put in some more tactical administrators here. A few ones that can actually protect our borders. So by that I mean like in Huainan, in Runan, as well as in Guanling. That's 3 more administrators down here in the south. So first force of all is in Huainan. Here we're probably gonna have someone like Shen Yue. He is a sentinel and thereby should be good at keeping this region safe, I believe. I certainly hope so. His garrison units is good enough for now. We'll have to take a look at that at some point. Then over here in Guanling, Huaiyin, we are gonna put in Li Yu. He is quite old and I just don't know if I'm gonna put him in an actual army. So for now we're just gonna keep him here, garrisoned. So there we go, he can probably protect it quite well for now. For Runan, okay, this is certainly not right. They have food buildings in an industry-based region, so we'll have to change this region at some point. But we are gonna put in Zhuguo. He should be good enough for this. Level 5 Sentinel should be more than capable of this, so we're gonna give him this one here, as well as some new weapons, and give him the Crossman that can increase income from industry. We're going to do the same for the character in this region here, give him better armor, as well as some proper weapons. We have 3 administrators left, and one of them should probably go into Shenyang, because it's also on the front lines. So here we're probably going to put in Han Tong, because he can give us a bit more food, low construction cost, as well as increase income from industry, which is what this region is going to be giving us when we actually take Lin Yu down here, the tool maker. So Han Tong, get established down here. Let's give him a better piece of armor, and then the rest should be fine for now. 2 generals to go, and one of them we are gonna put in up here. One of them we're gonna put in at Shen. So let's see, this region here is quite central, so we're gonna have someone not as capable but still good enough to actually protect this region here, like Liu Hedang. He's gonna increase income from peasantry. Let's give him the hardened iron scale, as well as just these G of the Imperial Guard. It will also create this here, the wall, which will allow him to form shield wall, spear wall, and pike wall for his units. The G militia down here. Nothing more, nothing less. With that done, we should probably start thinking about armies now. And basically the plan is as follows. We're gonna try to defend over here at the Duchy of Danyang here. Create a border here where we're gonna have an army in Huaiyin, as well as Shu-han, and probably also one here in Wurian as well. These 3 settlements here, we're gonna have defensive garrisons, just protecting our border here, and then we're gonna have an offensive army all the way up here at San Pass that can go down to Wudu and try to take Hansong up here, so we can actually have a good border against Duchy of Shu, so we can defend quite easily. And then we're also gonna have an army here in Shenyang that can push down into the Jing province and push our enemies all the way down to the Yangtze River. It will give us a lot more territory here and make us a lot more money. So that can be the plan. At first, up here in San Pass, we are gonna put in none other than Lubu, of course. There we go. We can put in 5 more units. So he's gonna be 1 here. Let's just make sure we have a unit in every defendable region. We're gonna have another one over here in Guanling. Here we're gonna position Zhanghe. It should be quite useful over here, trying to defend this area from enemies. You can sit right here. Next up we have Huainan. So here we can have none other than Shang Liao. Gonna be very good here in this region. 3 more to go, so we're gonna have 1 in Runan. Here we're gonna have Shu-han. He already has quite a large retinue, so he can sit here and defend it. Now for the army that will lead the attack into Jing province, we are gonna have our beloved family member Cao Ren. And he can probably do a good job here, dealing with our enemies. He's only 51 years old, so he's gonna be good for this. And we can just recruit 1 more retinue, and we're gonna put that up here with Lubu, because he's gonna be the one going in first into Wudu. So here he probably needs some normal units that can help him actually. So we're gonna put Yujin in here. They are gonna be in harmony, so that's gonna be very good for us. Now we just need to make sure they have the right units. We are gonna give him some of these heavy tiger and leopard cavalry here. They are crucial for our success, so let's give him 4 of those, and then also have these tiger cubs here as well. Could go for the imperial household cavalry, but we need to have proper armies in a lot of areas, so we're not gonna do that. Let's just give him the tiger cubs for now. They do have quite a lot of upkeep, but it's less than half the price for the imperial household cavalry, so it's gonna be good for us. So we're gonna have those. It's gonna be our cavalry in this army here. Just by this, it's already up to over 2,000 in upkeep cost per turn, so we're gonna have to think about this quite a lot in which armies we're gonna actually use, because we need a lot of money to actually upgrade our regions as well. But for Jujin, we're gonna keep these Tigers of Heaven here. They are quite expensive as well, but they are gonna be part of our Imperial army. Let's get 6 of those as well. Very good, and then next turn we're gonna get a strategist into this army here, so we can actually use formations. But now we also need to recruit some better units for our other armies. Cao Ren is gonna have another army that's gonna be on the offensive, so we can get more of these strong units here. So we can get these tiger cubs and some of these heavy tiger leopard cavalry here. And then for the rest of his retinue commanders, they're gonna have other good units as well. But for the remaining guys, they're not gonna have the most expensive retinues. This retinue here is fine. It's almost at 700 upkeep. It's 654 right now, so it's gonna be good. They have a few archers, they have some units to defend the walls. I like it. For Shang Liao, you're gonna have something like it as well. You're gonna have 3 giant sword guards. He's gonna have 1 unit of cavalry, the mounted saber militia, and then also 2 archer militia here. And they should be able to defend Huainan alongside the garrison here and Shenyu. And then for Shanghe, all the way out here, he is gonna have the same kind of retinue. We could probably go down to Guanling and take out Shu-han from this region here, but we're just gonna be defensive up here for now. For the remainder of our money, we probably need to spend that on infrastructure, so let's see where we should do that. Luoyang is probably an obvious choice because it creates a lot of commerce industry from us, so if we can boost that by upgrading the merchant building here to a merchant registry office, it would be good. And we don't have a lot of gold left, so let's just see if there is actually any region that we need to build, like one of these buildings here, one of these guard posts. In Runan we could probably do with one. We probably should get rid of this one here, demolish that so we can get the other building soon. In Huainan we already have one, and in Guanling we don't have one as well, so we should probably get rid of the land registry office here. I would really like to have those guard posts there. Here we can probably do with the patrol barracks building. It will lower military supplies for enemy armies in this local region here, so it should be good for us. And we should probably also think a bit about Yingxiao over here. We can upgrade the Jade Craftsman over here so we can get more gold, so let's do that. And now we only have 2,000 gold left, and I think we're just gonna keep that to ourselves for now. So let's just end the turn and see what happens. Ganning wants a non-aggression pact and they're willing to pay us for it. I will accept this, as I don't want to go to war with Ganning. And we can see it seems like Lady Mi has been recruited into the Duchy of Shu. She has a wavering loyalty. She has become a general. She is right here in Wulu, so we can probably neutralize her. She has also become the Prime Minister. Okay, that's a bit surprising, but a welcome one indeed. We also got the Clay Cup, and a few traits have changed, so that's good. Let's see what he has in his court. So for now, he doesn't have anybody important, but it's gonna be fine. Libu, we're gonna complete your retinue here by buying a strategist for you. But who should it be? It could be Shu-yun. He's quite old, so I'm not sure about that. Chun-yo, but he's also very old. Guojia, but he doesn't really come along with Libu. We also do have Shun Wei here. Level 3 strategist. He is an academic. He is uncomplicated, which is not good, but he already have a decent retinue, so we don't need to recruit anything. It'll be fine. He's feared, that's good. He's dutiful, very good as well, and handsome, which is also good because he is nowhere near any of the ministerial roles. So Shunwei, let's recruit you into this army here so you can be the strategist. Let's make sure you have some proper equipment. Still, let's give you the Heavenly Sword, as well as a good horse here, the Black Stallion. For ancillaries, or followers as they're called, we are gonna give you the Shaman to increase chance of capturing enemy officers post battle. And for ancillaries, we can just give you like the Prince Liu Xiong's crossbow. Very good for our retinue in terms of firepower. We can also give you a rank just to make you a legendary character. Boost you above the 100 cunning threshold. So for that, it should probably be... Oh, we also need to give this away to the right administrator. But the Flying Swallow General. And there we go, now he is a legendary character. Shu-han, good. It's a decent retinue. For Cao Ren, we need to find some comrades for him. And I think we're gonna put in Wen Chuo. He is 59 years old, so he is quite old, but it's still gonna be good. We could put in Liu Yao, but no, he's an administrator, so that's not gonna work for us. Zhu Jin could be put in here. Or Dian Wei. I think Dian Wei is gonna be good here. They are also in harmony. Let's put him in. And for the strategist, we could put in Guojia, but he doesn't really appreciate Dian Wei that much. But Dian Wei is, but Guojia is really such a good general, so we're gonna have to put him in here. And then for his retinue, he can have what I would like to call the OP composition here. It's gonna be a very explosive composition, but it is certainly good. I really like to keep like 3 defenders of Earth in the back lines, 1 juggernaut on each flank, and then a trebuchet all the way at the back just firing over, destroying everybody in its path. I find this to be very good. For Dian Wei, we are gonna just give him some heavy spear guard. And this should be enough. We are all the way down to 10,000 per turn now. It's not good, but it will have to make do. We'll have to wait just 1 more turn until we can actually start pushing out towards enemy territory and complete Shenyang province, or Commandery. And up here, they are also recruiting quite a large army. It will take 2 turns until they are ready. Zhao Xixin, and someone Shugichi, and of course Lady Mi as well, alongside Deng Ai. We could probably try to make an ambush somewhere up here. We'll probably have to do so, see if we can stop them. But the remainder of our income should probably go into infrastructure again, so let's see here. Lu Ouyang is actually unhappy, and something I realized was we didn't actually put in assignments, so we'll have to do that as well. But first, Misu, you can get the proper title. There we go, boost our commerce in this region here. Very good. For assignments, we need someone here that can boost commerce, like Shu. You can do that. And we need to do the same in Jinsha over here. In this case, it can be Shang Shunhue, or however you pronounce it. While we're here, we can also upgrade this building here, the mail post, to a lodge, and destroy this land registry building as well as the farm labor camp. We don't need those here. Let's go to Shen. Here we can probably upgrade this to an irrigated farm. In Runan, we can now build our military infrastructure building, start getting the garrison up and running. In the Dong region, we can probably upgrade Dongping down here, increase this mine. We're probably gonna have to do the same in Runan. It would probably be a good idea to start increasing that income. And the same in Nanyang, we probably upgrade our buildings here. Like, wait, this building is needed. Let's demolish that, and then let's build the merchant registry building and use all our gold on that. So we'll have to spend another turn now waiting we have some schemes available, but I would like to wait on them for a bit. For now, we can just like use these on characters to increase our actual credibility. So let's lower the retinue upkeep for Lubu, lower the population growth in the local commandery, but he is in a pass, so it doesn't really matter. For factions, we can also increase. Actually, we can get a new reform and get more credibility out of it, so let's do that. Now we can also see how I like to use my reforms. I mainly go for blue tree over here at the beginning of the game to get as many spies as possible so I can steal characters. Then after that I go over to the yellow tree over here, the government reforms, where I try to get as much satisfaction into my characters. After that I basically go for replenishment. But now we really need food, because we do not have a lot of food right now. It can certainly improve, so let's go in here. And we need to go down this path here. Provincial Iron Tool Forge. So we can get the farm tool distribution building. Plus 100 food production. It's gonna be more than enough. You can actually see one army down here. Xinjiang, Wen Sifar, and this guy here, lady. Sorry, pardon me. It's gonna be interesting. We're probably gonna get attacked here in Huainan now, but we should be capable of defending this region. Cao Ren can probably get this blade of Xiangyu. I've been keeping this for quite a long time now, and I didn't know how to or who to give it to, but I think Cao Ren can probably use it. It will increase his authority. He can also get a proper horse if we have one available to him. But I don't think he should get one of these. That will have to be for someone else. But we'll have to figure that out at some other point. For now, we'll have to end the turn again. And the Duchy of Shu would like to become our vassal, and I can explain this. Basically, when I created this map here, I had to do a lot of treachery to actually complete the map before 220. So I had to annex a lot of vassals, although I've guaranteed them a lot of autonomy. And that's basically why I have a lot of treachery. But in order to actually give away regions to Liu Bei and Sun Quan, I actually had to become trustworthy, because I was in a really bad standing in terms of my trustworthiness. So I had to install a mod just basically changing how credibility works, or trustworthiness works. So now we are highly respected, as well as we've given a lot of territory to them. So they are of course gonna think that it's gonna be a good idea to be vassalized by us, even though they are some of the strongest characters in this world right now. Duchy of Shu is currently number 2, and the Duchy of Danyang is 3rd. But they are all a major threat still, while we are a dominant threat. But that's basically why they asked us to vassalize them. That's not gonna happen. We're gonna have to take this territory for ourselves. We can also see that Da Xiao has become a general in Luoyang down here. So it seems like we're gonna have a lot of wars on our hand here. We can see already they have 3 armies up here, and they have 2 down here already. Probably even more. We're gonna have to deal with that. Li Shu died, so we're gonna have to install a new governor down here. Also gonna have to build this building. But for an administrator, we can probably put in Ma Wan. Actually, let's put in Jiling. He's gonna be quite good down here. Very useful. But all these forces scare me quite a lot. So I have a feeling we might need to increase our amount of armies down here. But I'm not certain just yet. We also are losing quite a lot of food right now. But that's of course why we just got that reform. So now we can increase our farm supply. So let's just go around to all our most useful farm areas so we can upgrade them. Get as much food as possible. There we go. That's basically all our money spent on farms. Meaning we won't actually be able to recruit anybody else down here. It should be fine though. Just to make a small distraction, we should probably start by moving out towards Shenyang. Down here. Let's see what we can do. And they have yet another army down here. Wow. They have really created a lot of armies at our borders, so we're gonna have a lot of wars on our hand. Lubu should probably not move out just yet. Let's see what we can do about this. Because it seems like they're gonna be moving down south to Shangyong down here. Because this is a contested commandery. They have the weaponsmith down here, so they're of course gonna try to complete this region here. But we will protect it at all costs. So in Shisheng here we're gonna put in Xiaohu Yuan. He has a small upkeep cost per turn, so hopefully he can do something here. Along with him, we are gonna put in Chujin. They are in harmony, so it's gonna be very good. Also, he is a sentinel, so it's gonna probably help us defend this region. And this will lower our income by quite a lot, so we'll have to think about how many units we can recruit here. But we need to recruit something, so the Giant Sword Guards are needed. And also give him a few archers just to protect ourselves down here. But once again, that's all we can do for this turn. We are trying to push out. We have one more scheme actually. Maybe we can do something. We can lower the food by 20. Just basically take all the supplies. Should we do it? We can't actually do it against any of our larger enemies, so it's not gonna be worth it. Though something we can do is remove all the faction support in the Duchy of Danyang. Let's do it in Huainan. Scheme for that. Basically, it's down here. We try to create problems for them. Maybe make sure that they actually are not gonna be on the offensive. Just try to slow them down a bit. And here in Nanyang, we're gonna build the last military infrastructure for the remainder of our gold. And also put in another administrator here, or put in an assignment here for Sao Xinjiang. There we go. And we have one more assignment left, and we're gonna put it in right here in Shangyong. Are there any defensive abilities we can use here? Like, we can increase replenishment rate here, so let's do that, just for when we actually are not defending like this, and when we have stopped actually mustering the units and the war has begun and something like that. And I've decided actually now that we should probably go out here on the offensive. Let's see. For now, we should probably just be very careful. We're gonna go all the way up to here. but then go into an... Oh, we can't. I used too much of our army action points, so that's impossible, but we can still move forward. Let's see if we can get close enough to actually lure them out to a battle against us. They can reach us, so maybe we can get a large-scale battle here with Lu Bu, Zhu Jin, and Shun Wei. Wearing Spy, Da Xiao, of course. That's not good. She has actually become an administrator in Danyang, actually, the capital, or is it in Huainan? I don't know. But let's take a look at our spies, actually. See who they've recruited now. Shu Yu, of course. I'm a bit surprised that he actually is here, but of course he didn't die, so you have to be somewhere. Sun Xuan, have you recruited anybody interesting? No one as of yet. But of course, these unique characters here could also go to any of the other factions around here. So it's not, they're not necessarily gonna go to these regions here. Right now, our allies are actually having a lot of problems with yellow turbans. It seems like that's something they have to deal with. But we can't help them. For now, we're gonna have to move out, and I'm fearing that they probably have set up an ambush down here, so you know what? We are gonna do the same here. Hopefully they can spring the trap. Here, this is basically gonna be a defensive army as well, just like all the other regions, but they should be fine. Cao Ren, you can probably go into Xiangyan and start attacking it. They do have an army here garrisoning it, because the original garrison is quite small. So let's see what we can do. A Pyrrhic victory. They also have the Juggernaut. Let's see if we can actually force them out to a field battle. So let's just starve them out. Down here, they have decided to encamp outside the town, while another one is inside it. Interesting. Very interesting. And also our food increased again by building those buildings. Very good. Let's just build a few more. And also start building like these anti-corruption buildings. We do have quite a lot of it, so the quicker we can get rid of it, the better. Especially in these large regions here, so let's see, what can we build here? Probably none of these buildings should be built here because we need to increase commerce and industry here, so let's build like the blacksmith as well as the school keeper. This will be very profitable for us, but it spends all of gold again. Let's see what the faction council have for us. Maybe we need to change how we spend our money so we can actually do more of these things. We're of course going to take this one, give us more trade influence as well as a new trade deal with Jinglun. We can do with that. Lu Bu, what do you have in mind? You can destroy supplies. And you can also go on a raid down here. Let's think about that. This one is quite interesting actually. Let's steal some enemy logistics resources, their food supply, and just lower their replenishment rate. It's gonna be very good. Shunyu. Oh, you can take off a lot of satisfaction for Wei Yan, who is at Xiu Tingan. Tingan, whatever you pronounce. Doesn't really matter, we're not gonna do it. We could also destroy Liu Xiang's food supply as well as destroy his peasantry income. We're not gonna do that. We could also devastate Yudu as well as increase peasantry and public order by lowering income from commerce and industry, but we're not gonna do that. We have a lot of gold from commerce and industry, so we're just gonna keep the this one here as well as this one, so only 500. It's fine, more than enough. And then let's take a new reform as well. And I would like to get some much better fighters, so let's see what we can do here. I would probably like to get all the way up there to this one up here, so we'll have to go through this tree here, this branch, 4 more reforms until we can get it. But when we do get it, we can get these Imperial Assault Guards, who are going to be very good frontline units. Next turn, hopefully these guys are gonna attack us, or we're gonna get an ambush up here. Let's see what's gonna happen. They decide to sally out. Let's see what we can do here. The first battle of this campaign.
快，赶快！跑起来！